G'day. I've got right here is one of AMD's recently launched production workstation graphics card, which is the Radeon Pro W7500. This is the entry model to the production workstation class graphics card, and I've got to say, I'm actually really liking it. Now, as you can see, a big major difference from last year, which actually had a blue theme. Now they've gone back to a black theme. I don't really say if it's a bad thing, as most workstations have pretty much a black box, and they actually have on both sides usually covers anyway. So you don't actually get the gamers where you got perspex and you can see through, and you got some RGB lights. Now most workstation classes very boring, just looks like a black box, and so it's actually just fits it very well. Now, I've been running this for about 2 months now, and most workstation class pride in basically reliability and also pretty much stability as well. So they're designed for working pretty much a workload of 24/7. And I'm gonna say in this case here, I've been running this in my workstation in the studio. It is pretty much so reliable and so stable. I'm just gonna say this is absolutely fantastic here. Now, as you can see from here, we actually got a single fan system here, and when I tried to take some measurements of the fan here, it is pretty much dead quiet. Actually, what I found was my processor fan was actually much more louder. I could not actually measure the actual fan noise of this. It's just that quiet. Even if you're playing it up to its full speed, it is still very quiet. So my Threadripper Pro fan was way louder than this, and so I'm gonna say this thing pretty much you won't hear it in anything. Now, as you can probably see from dimension wise, it is actually quite short, which is actually very good, and also it is a single PCI slot card, so it is actually very easy to put in those smaller workstation class or even compact workstation. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, the other thing that you will probably see that's missing is that there is no need for extra power. It actually draws it all from the PCIe slot, which is absolutely great. So it has a total board power of 70 watts. Now that is really, really cool because that is very power efficient. Now, all the other production cards that's out there for like this sort of year or even last year, they actually run at least around about 130 watts. This is only 70 watts. So this is, I'd say, nearly half the power. It's not half of it, but close to nearly half the power that it needs to run, and it still produces very amazing results for that amount of power. So absolutely fantastic here. So I love the fact that you don't need extra auxiliary power. You don't have to find either 6-pin or 8-pin. That's absolutely fantastic for that. I love how AMD did this for it. So absolutely. Now, the other thing you really find that's actually unique for this thing here, and AMD did not stinge out on, is actually the memory on this. It has 8 gigs. Now they are GDDR6, so you get 8 gigs. Yeah, most of the entry models, you're probably looking at 4 to 6. This is 8 gigs. That's absolutely fantastic. So you can actually do some really decent machine learning. You can do some good codebooks. You can fit a lot of models into the 8 gigs on there. So absolutely great. That helps with the stability, especially in the actual nice professional applications. So absolutely fantastic in that. But I absolutely love the actual size of it and also its stability, and it doesn't really run that hot as well too. So absolutely fantastic. Now, the other thing that's really good about it is the price. Now, I found here in Australia, actually these were actually retailing for about, well, let's say about $750 or $740. You can probably find maybe anything cheaper than that, but that is absolute bargain price for what this is. So absolutely great for production cards. The dimensions of the W7500 is 21.5 centimeters in length, and you're looking at about 10 centimeters wide, and then you are looking at about 1.5 centimeters in depth. Now, this is a 1 PCI card slot, which is absolutely fantastic to easily fit. One of the nice things that AMD has done is they have not even compromised even on their entry model production graphics card. They've actually included 4 full-size DisplayPort version 2.1. Now, version 2.1 DisplayPort is pretty much double the bandwidth of DisplayPort version 1.4. That means it's able to support high resolutions like 8K and beyond. Here's the results of the benchmarks performed on the Radeon Pro W7500. This one is on a Threadripper Pro system, just to allow it to run on its maximum bandwidth, just so it's not bottlenecked. And here's results for Passmark, 3D Mark, Geekbench, Procon Photo Edit, Procon Video Edit, Procon AI, Windows ML, Fusion Photoshop, Fusion Lightroom, Fusion Premiere Pro, Fusion After Effects, Fusion DaVinci Resolve, Blender, Luxmark, Vermark, UG Engine, and SpecView Pref. I can definitely see the Radeon Pro W7500 in a lot of OEM workstation class computers. Because of its nice compact size, you don't need auxiliary power, and it actually runs a very low amount of power, so it's very power efficient, which absolutely ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of businesses. And not only that, the price is absolutely fantastic. Now you get very good, decent performance out of this W7500, and geez, it is just a quiet graphics card as well. So it is definitely easy to recommend the W7500 for anyone that's looking for a production card. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, does absolutely even do machine learning, and it can do a lot of your CAD work and professional work. This is absolutely fantastic there. Now I hope you find this video informative and enjoyed it. If you did, even support my channel, smash that like button for me. Share this video, it does help me out, and as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll see you next video.